describe what it felt like? Take us through the injury itself and when you were getting up.
Yeah, no, I was obviously running for the goal line. Was kind of committed to running the football, and at the last second saw Samaje, and so kind of awkwardly rolled the ankle a little bit. Definitely scary. I think it hurt more just because it's the same ankle I rolled last week. So it scared me a little bit, but once I kind of took my breath and kind of calmed down a little bit, ended up being not too bad. And we were able to go in there, kind of get the respat, and go back on the football field.
Were you about feeling a little better just as you got about halfway across the field when you were on your own?
Yeah, I was trying to run off the field, and they were telling me not to. Just kind of the football mentality is to get off the field, and we just scored a touchdown. And they told me to just take it slow, and as I started walking, I started feeling better. And obviously, after I get the respat, get that comfortability back, and then took a few drops and felt good.
Just the last thing with Andy said that he actually told you were coming out, and then.
Yeah, I thought he was joking. He said it, and I was like, "Come on, like we're not doing this again." He trusts me, and once the doctors checked it out, and I was able to get back and do the drops again, he let me get back on the field.
Any similarities between this injury and the one in the playoffs a couple years ago?
No, I think just because the one in the playoffs a couple of years ago was a little bit how I got tackled. It got stuck, and it hurt a lot more. I could move. I can still have mobility in my ankle, and I still did after this game. And so obviously you'll sleep, probably get a little swelling tomorrow, but a short week. But you go in there and take care of it and be prepared to play next week.
You knew pretty quick it wasn't anything like serious, right?
Yeah, you feel the pain, and that scares you because, obviously I've dealt with ankles before, but just kind of laid there, and as time kind of went on, the pain subsided. Yeah, that's why it was a big word for me. But it did, and so I just kind of got back to it and got back moving again, and felt comfortable going out there.
Patrick, what makes DeAndre such a nice fit for what you guys have?
Yeah, he's so good at winning one-on-one. And so to be able to have him down in the red zone, third down situations, he does a good job of filling out and finding those windows. He's kind of like Travis does. I think as he figures out the whole entire offense, he'll get even better because there's sometimes he's going places I'm like, man, there's a time and a place for that, but that's what makes him great. And then you give him a chance down the field and he makes a play. It goes from a play where it might have been a bad decision to a big-time catch.
On the play where he had three defenders around him, did he run the
He ran the route similar to Trav did, and then as I scrambled up in the pocket, he kind of took off down the field. And I wanted to throw the ball a little bit harder. Obviously, getting hit, it kind of floated a little bit for me. But to have a guy like that can go up and make that catch in a crowd of defenders is a special type of player.
Patrick, how much does it enter your mind with DeAndre that he's going to be the target on that play and the history he has of maybe bringing down some?
Yeah, you see it on tape, and there's even more in the game I probably could have gave him chances for, but you have to know the time and the place to give him those chances, and I felt like we're kind of at the edge of field goal range, give him a chance down the field, let him make a play, and he did. And the more plays he makes, the more chances I give him, and that's kind of how you roll as you go along the season.
And the fourth quarter touchdown he has to go ahead where he runs a slant. Andy said there's a couple options in that play. You're trusting him, not having to play with him that long, that he's going to see it the same way.
Yeah, he's extremely intelligent, so we can talk about things on the sideline. He's seen a lot of different looks, and so we had talked about certain coverages and what we were going to do with him, and then obviously I had options on the other side as well, but they gave him the one-on-one option. We got to the check that we had talked about versus the coverage we had talked about, and he goes out there and makes a big-time catch. Yeah, during the week. We talked about that during the week. You obviously study tape. You see the different looks you can get in that certain situation. And obviously with the defense pushed over to kind of take Trav away for the most part. It's one-on-one on the backside. Then you look at the leverage of the guy and you get to the right check and you let a guy win one-on-one.
Patrick, some of the guys in the locker room are gaining more and more respect for Kareem with what he's done for not that long ago. What's it been like for you to watch him get back into this and really excel?
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun to watch, man. He's come in the building since he's been here, and he just got after it every single day. He works his tail off. He prepares himself for the moment, and then whenever we get down there in like fourth quarter and into games, he's going to make those runs 5 to 6 yards, 7 yards, whatever it is, and he's going to finish. And when you play that hard the entire game, it wears on the defense. And so I think that guys are proud of the way he's playing and the way he's coming about his business this year.
What's he like in the huddle in like the fourth quarter and overtime? Has he got any personality traits?
Oh, he wants the football. I think that's the biggest thing is as the game goes on, it's like he starts feeling it and he starts going. And there's certain situations where I might have throws on the outside, and I'm like, man, I'm giving this guy the football and letting him go because when he's running, even those 6-yard, 5-yard carries, that they take a toll on the defense.
Patrick, just that run with Kareem, obviously to win the game, just what's running through your head when you see that and he scores, and obviously him coming back is just alluded to that, but walk us through that play when he scores the game winner.
Yeah, I mean, a great run. I thought the offensive line did a great job all night, really. But they did a great job on that play and getting that push. And then Kareem, once you get the push, he's going to follow it in there and get in the end zone. And I'm happy for him to bounce back and come back here and then have this great start to the middle of the season here. Whenever we get Isaiah back, it's going to be a tough tandem for guys to tackle.
We'll go across the room. Let's start with Bobby.
Patrick, a lot of times when you hear non-contact injury or have a non-contact injury, that's pretty scary in itself. Was that part of what made you scared?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, whenever you do something and it's not, like you said, it's non-contact, you don't know exactly what happens and you get that sharp pain, you always fear the worst. That's why I kind of sat there on the sideline for a second and just kind of took a breath. And as time went on and I kind of realized it wasn't as bad as it looked or felt, I was able to kind of recuperate myself and get back on the football field.
Is there a way to describe what that pain feels like?
Just not good. That's the best way to describe it.
Trav had a career high 14 receptions. I mean, yet another thing never done in his career. What was working so well? Why were you guys in sync this game and how has that grown as the season's kind of gone?
I didn't realize he had that many catches. Yeah, I mean, he does a great job of finding space, and I think with having DeAndre out there, it takes pressure off him where all the eyes aren't on him the entire time. And then I know it was out of bounds, but hitting the deep shot to Xavier down the field, and then being close from that one to J. Watt, it spreads the defense out, and you let guys like that work underneath. I'm almost positive he had a game with 16 receptions. It might have been a playoff game though, but yeah, whenever he gets going, man, he's hard to stop.
Last one, Nate.
Two things, Patrick. What's it like when you know you have to adjust in wet conditions to get your accuracy to be on point? And then secondly, what about the playoff run with the ankle? How does that inform you about how to perform in this particular situation, given it's a wet field?
Yeah, I mean, well, first off, I pride myself on being able to throw in any condition. I think that's something that's an advantage at Arrowhead. And so if it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's cold, if it's hot, whatever it is, I want to be the best thrower of the football on the football field. And I think that's why we want home field advantage. That's why we want the playoffs to come through Arrowhead. It's because it's a special place and you have to be able to play in every environment. And then as far as what was the second question again, one more time?
You have the ankle injury in 2022 in the postseason. How does that inform you about how to operate when you are dealing with pain and obviously a re-aggravation?
Yeah, I know in a sense it hurts you. I mean, obviously it hurts your ankle injury, but sometimes it almost settles me down, especially in the pocket, where I can't use my mobility. So I feel like early in the game I was running into sacks because they were doing good in their pass rush lanes, and it kind of settled me in the pocket. And then when our offensive line is blocking like that, I can sit in the pocket, go through my reads, and get to the right guy. And I mean, what gets lost in the way we played throughout this entire beginning of this season is how good that offensive line's playing, running the football and pass protecting, and that's what's going to carry us into this run that we want to go on.